would be in that moment to have sufficient awareness, sufficient remembrance to actually spontaneously think, who feels pissed off?
Who feels pissed off? That's a good question.
Because, that feeling that is an emotion, like the weather. Emotions like the weather, mood is like the weather. So the weather comes, so there's some thunder in your mood. It arises, it does what it does, it falls away. While that's happening, the essential I, the radiance of the being that I spoke of, beingness, is not changing, it's not going away, it's not being affected, it's not being touched, it's not polluted. It's there, within which the weather of being pissed off arises and then falls. Now, I mentioned freedom of mind, and that's exactly what I mean by that. In a moment, if you want me to, I'll talk about the actual practice of Atma Vichara if you want me to. But freedom of mind, you see, is I like to compare it to a mirror. Mirrors are very precise, very accurate. So mirrors give you an exact reflection of things. They don't.
Only if it's clean and it's perfect, because you can go in these things in fun fairs with all these distorted
if they're
mirrors.
Distorted.
Yeah. Anyway.
A perfect mirror.
Perfect mirror.
Gives you perfect reflection. So it reflects everything, but then when the image is gone, it's gone. There's no legacy. There's nothing stuck. Mirrors are not accumulating. They're not gathering things. There's no legacy. So freedom of mind is like that. So with complete alertness and responsiveness, there is the ability to allow things to deal with themselves, in, out, in, out. And then when they're gone, they're gone. There's no legacy. There's nothing stuck. So if you're dealing with a responsible job, if you have meetings and you've got to deal with people, then of course the drama of the day is going to cause you to respond in certain ways. Thoughts are bound to move. Emotions are bound to come in and go out. But they do that elegantly in response to the moment, and then they go. And there's nothing left, nothing stuck.
So what you're saying is something or somebody just aware of everything that's going on. There's something way back, let's say, that is not the emotions, it's not the drama, that's just there and is aware of everything. Is that what you're saying?
Awareness. I use the word spirit because I like the word. Beingness is the word that we use more directly in retreats.
And what we really are
is
the one or the thing, whatever it is, of awareness that's able to watch all this drama going on. We are not the drama.
Yes. What we really are is that intimacy. I mean, it's not far away. It's absolutely intimate.
Okay.
Absolutely intimate. Fully real, intimate.
Yeah.
Every day, something extraordinary happens to you and everyone else. It's the fact that we don't fall on our knees in awe about this is surprising, because you wake up. I mean, it's quite a remarkable thing. Suddenly, this whole complex, sophisticated array of life and responsiveness comes to you, and the day runs. The day runs. And then at night, everything you hold dear, all of it, the whole frame of reference, everything that Ian values, even your control, vroomf, disappears into space. It's the most extraordinary thing. So the you that you might think you are, which is the thinker, most people think I am the thinker. Well, through this teaching, through this teaching, it becomes completely self-evident, not as a thought, but completely self-evident that the thinker is an object. The thinker is thinking. Things are taking place, and they're all objects. Now, what is the subject? Because the answer to who am I cannot be an object. You cannot be an object, because the object is known.
Absolutely.
So it's
Yeah.
impossible for you to be an object. You are not an object. You are subject. So the who am I, it takes some time, it takes some skill, it takes some guidance, but it brings you to experiential recognition of subject, not as an object, but subject.
It seems to me like it's the ultimate adventure in life, isn't it?
The ultimate adventure and the ultimate question, who am I?
Yeah.
It's a compelling question. It's not a cliche question. It's absolutely
Yeah.
compelling. Who am I?
Yeah.
And that's, when I was, we started talking off about childhood, that's absolutely what I wanted to know when I was 6 and
Yeah.
7 and 8.
I'm just also trying to put some real practical things in here for people that don't
Yes.
necessarily know a lot about yoga or meditation. And, if you go back to traffic jam example again, which we all have sometimes, and it does affect some of us more than others, it is about as much as possible, I guess, centering yourself, asking in our own way, who am I? Who's at the back? Who's the one that's getting frustrated? Who's the one that's late for the meeting? And bringing it back to spirit, as you would call it. Am I oversimplifying it? Is that how you would see it?
I think if you do that over time, you gain the ability to be non-attached to the things that are happening, to the weather of the mind. That's not that you're not alert, not that you're not responsive, because you are. In fact, I would say more so, more efficient, more effective. But you would develop the capacity naturally to be non-attached, not caught up. But it's still happening. That's the point. Now, I think in yoga, sometimes I think people are not misguided, but in a sense get the wrong impression of what it is they're trying to achieve. Because peace of mind is commonly promoted as being an aim of yoga, peace of mind. Now, there's no doubt through yoga practices you can achieve beautiful, deep peace of mind, calmness, absolutely so. But if you come out of those protected circumstances and you go into the traffic and into work and into dealing with people and into responsibilities, it is not possible that you will retain peace of mind, because thoughts will move, responses will come, reactions will arise. It's natural that they do that. But the person practicing yoga is possibly trying to prevent that from happening, to constantly stay beatific. And it's beatific.
Okay, I haven't heard that word before.
I hope there is a word called beatific.
Well, there is now, anyway.
It's a pity, because it sets people up for frustration, and it sets people up to feel guilty. The idea that I will be calm all the time, I'll be nice and calm, peace of mind will flow from me, and I won't react. It's a mistake, because peace of mind is non-attainable in the cut and thrust of responsibilities. You can have a calm disposition, no doubt about that, but the mind is going to move, and reactions are going to come. If you remember, I was saying about freedom of mind, this mirror capacity, it means that all that happens, and then it comes and goes. So the drama of the day happens, I am engaged in the moment, the drama goes away, and new dramas come. And it's all play. It's all play in the spaciousness of being, spirit.
It sounds like a kind of allowing. Would you use that word?